and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing our Shadow Box Card Rainbow add-on, and this rainbow add-on is so adorable, and it works perfectly with our Shadow Box Card die. And so this die is amazing because it helps you create a cute little Shadow Box card that folds flat and fits in a standard envelope for mailing. We have a bunch of different add-ons for this die. We have a theater, spring, park, and ocean, and now we have this awesome rainbow add-on. These are the dies that come in the rainbow add-on. So we have a super cute new window with that starburst detail, two cool cloud inserts, two rainbows, and those cool little stars. And so those stars, you can use them and kind of add them to the box, or you can cut them from the box. So they have been sized perfectly to work in the upper right or left-hand corners. So you can put them there, run it through your die cut machine, and have that cute little star detail on the upper left, or also both on the right and the left. So now it's time to make one of these rainbow shadow box cards. Now if you've never made a shadow box card, make sure to check out the original intro to the shadow box card. We'll link it in the description below. So we're going to use that shadow box card base piece, and we've cut one piece plain and then one piece with the rainbow add-on window with that cool starburst detail to it. Then we're going to take some 1/8 inch tape and we're going to add that tape to the tabs on both of these pieces. So the die creates two embossed lines for you, one in the center and one at the edge, creating that tab. So we're going to fold in the center and then fold at that tab that we already put adhesive on. And we'll do the same thing for this one. We'll fold at the tab and we're going to fold down the center. We want to form one long piece, so we're going to remove that liner paper on one of the tabs. We're going to butt these two pieces up against each other just like this, and then we can press down on that tab, securing those two pieces together. So there you'll see now we have one long piece that we can start to decorate. So the first thing I want to do is decorate a little bit of the front. So I've die cut one of those cloud pieces, those inserts, and we're just going to trim off the tabs on either side. And when you take these inserts and you trim off the tabs, they're actually perfect for decorating the front of the shadow box card. So you'll see how cool that's going to look, kind of overtaking that starburst window. Now this insert was a bit too tall for the card design I wanted to make, so I'm just going to lower it down a little bit until it looks how I want it to look, make a little pencil mark, and then we can line up that pencil mark in a paper trimmer and just trim off any of the excess. That's going to give us a little bit of a shorter cloud piece to add to the front of this card, and I really love the look of something kind of layering over that starburst window. Next, we're going to cut out two more of the inserts, and we're cutting this from some pixie dust sparkle cardstock, which is super cool for this magical scene that we're going to create. So we're going to cut these two, and we're going to fold along the score lines that the die created for us, folding two tabs, one on either side. Then we're going to take that same 1/8 inch double-sided tape, and we're going to put that on all of the tabs. So we'll have 4 pieces of tape in total for those 4 tabs on the 2 cloud inserts. Now we're going to remove the liner paper on the left-hand side of this insert, and we're going to layer that into the box. You'll see we're attaching it on the short side of the box, closest there to that window opening. Then we're going to take the next one, and I'm actually going to attach it up a little bit higher, so it's almost like stadium seating of clouds. So we're going to put that up just a little bit higher than the other piece. Then we can take them and fold them flat against the base of the card. And then we'll peel up the liner paper on the tabs that are on the right. So we're going to peel up that liner paper on both tabs. And then now we're going to fold the right side of the box in, attaching it to those tabs. We'll press down to make sure that's nice and secure. Then we can peel up the liner paper on the main tab and attach the whole box flat. I like to attach the inserts when the box is flat like that because that means the box is always going to fold flat. It's really nice and easy to put your inserts in that way. We thought it'd be pretty to have a sky in the background, so we're going to take out some Distress Oxide inks in Tumbled Glass and Broken China, and we're going to use a blender brush here, and we're going to build up that Tumbled Glass ink onto this cardstock. Now I wanted to make sure I had a big enough area, so I'm just going to take out my Awesome Beyond Measure ruler and just measure the back of this, because this is going to be for the back of this scene. So I'm just going to measure that out real quick, and then now I can make sure that I've got enough inking. And so I needed to just add a little bit more ink to cover up those areas, and then I can just trim that down to be the perfect size to fit in the back of the shadow box. Now I wanted there to be a little more definition on this, so we're taking the darker color Broken China and just going around the outside edges of this cool sky piece. And then we're going to take the spray bottle there, and we're just going to spray some ink on there, also just kind of slowly pumping it so that big drops of water come out to give it almost this cool kind of bouquet look to the background. We'll take a paper towel and pick up any of that excess water, and you can see just how pretty that's looking. Now, while that dries, we're going to start working on the rainbows for this card. And I love these rainbow dies because they come in two different sizes, which means you can decorate the front and the back with these. I also love using these rainbows on any type of card, not just the shadow box card. They're just so fun and cute. So we've die cut them from a bunch of different colors of cardstock, and I'm going to start with the smallest piece, and we're going to just line that up so that the bottom part touches the bottom part of the card and the top part touches the right seam of the card. And then we can just start building the rainbow up from there. Also, thank you to Rebecca. That's why there's a third hand. She was helping me find the pieces. Well, wouldn't it be awesome to have three hands? You could get so much crafting done. All right, so we're going to layer all of these pieces on there. We have guava, sunflower, cilantro, moonstone, and sugar plum. And you'll see how cute that looks with the rainbow kind of overlapping that starburst window. So this is the A Little Sparkle stamp set, and you could add any stamp set to these cute little shadow box cards, but I thought that this unicorn went perfectly with this rainbow add-on. Now, to have the fairies floating in the background, we're going to take some acetate here and just trim down really tiny thin strips. We'll add adhesive to the top and the bottom of the strips. We can attach the fairy to the top and then the rest of the acetate to the back of the clouds. And now that fairy is going to look like it's floating in this super cute scene. So we've done the same thing here. We're going to attach the fairy to the top of the strip of the acetate and then attach the bottom part of the acetate to the back of that cloud insert. And how cute are those little fairies floating around the unicorn? So now we're going to do the same thing with the rainbow. This time I started with the biggest piece. It doesn't matter if you start with the biggest or the smallest. You just want to kind of attach it to the left side and then the bottom, and then from there you can just fill in all your pieces like a little puzzle. So now we're going to take that whole sky piece and layer that in the background, and you can see how cool it looks. It almost looks like the two rainbows are overlapping and having that beautiful blue in the background. You can fold it flat, put it in a standard envelope with standard postage, and it's going to pop up for the recipient and just be the cutest thing ever, and you can write your message on the back. So these cards are so much fun because they're easy to make and they're cool and 3D and interactive. So now we're going to be making a shadow box card with the rainbow add-on with our plain and simple stamp set. So we've got one of our pieces there, and we're going to die cut that starburst window from that piece. So we've already gone ahead and folded on the middle score line and the score line at the tab, and we're going to line up that window, and you'll see how cool that starburst window is out of there. We're only going to die cut the window from one piece because the other piece is going to be the back of the box. Then we can add some double-sided tape to the two tabs. So we'll add it to the tab to the one with the window and the one without the window. And then we're also going to work with some of these cloud inserts. So we've die cut this from some white cardstock, and we're going to fold along the score lines that the die created for us, creating a tab on either side of those cute little cloud inserts. And then we can take our double-sided tape, and we're going to add the double-sided tape to each of those tabs. We've die cut some spiffy speckles paper there to be the sky in the background, and we're going to be adding our rainbow to that. So we've die cut this rainbow at a bunch of different colors of cardstock, and we're going to take the largest piece and we're going to line that up so that the bottom touches the bottom of the sky and the top touches the left-hand side of the sky piece. And then we can layer all of these pieces on there. We have peacock, cilantro, sticky note, fake tan, and guava. Then we've gone ahead and stamped and colored some images from the plain and simple stamp set. And this stamp set is so cute, and it's a perfect fit for one of these shadow box cards. So we're going to add that little flag on there that says happy birthday. You could stamp a bunch of different phrases in that flag. Then we'll add 2 drops of glue onto the clouds and attach that plain to the clouds. The shadow box card die comes with these little rectangular panels that have stitching so that you can decorate the outsides of the box. So we're going to do that now. We've die cut that from some spiffy speckles cardstock to match the sky in the background, and we're just going to layer that onto the outside of the box. To start forming the shadow box, we want to create one long piece. So we're going to take these two pieces, we're going to peel up the liner paper on one of the tabs, and we're going to butt them up against each other, creating one long piece. Once they're perfectly lined up, we can press down on that tab, attaching those two pieces together. Now, before we form the entire shadow box card, we're going to decorate the inside. First, we're going to add in our rainbow sky piece, and then we're going to work with those cloud inserts. So we're going to be attaching in the inserts again before the box is fully formed so that we know that the box is always going to fold flat. So we're going to remove the liner paper on one side of each of those tabs, and then we're going to attach those tabs into the short side of the box closest to that window opening. Then we can take these pieces and fold them flat against the box. And then we're going to add a few more decorations before the box is fully formed. So we're going to take this cute little heart trail and add that into the sky. And then we're going to take some clouds that are from the plain and simple stamp set, and we're going to layer those onto the panels on the outsides of the box. Just a little bit easier to decorate the box before it's all formed. So we're going to add those cute little clouds. I really love the big cloud too, so we're going to trim off part of the edge of that cloud. Now that the outsides are all decorated, we can take these pieces and fold them flat and peel up the liner paper on each of those tabs on the left-hand side. Now that we've peeled up that liner paper, we can take the left side of the box and fold it flat in like a book, picking up the adhesive on those cloud inserts. Then we'll peel up the liner paper on the main tab, and we're going to attach the whole box together. I love once the box is formed and you finally pop the whole thing up because you can see how cool that 3D scene that you've been working on is looking. How adorable is that? So next we're going to add a sentiment to the front of this card. So we're going to take a sentiment banner die here, and we're going to stamp out one of the cute sentiments from this stamp set in some peacock ink. And it says, "You're awesome, plain and simple." So we're going to take that and we're going to layer that onto the front of the card. And I really like layering it right on the edge of that starburst window, kind of like the clouds that we did on the first one. In this case, we're going to do a sentiment banner, and you'll see just how cute that looks. Then to add a little bit more decoration and also bring in the sides of the box, we're going to take some clouds from the plain and simple stamp set, and we're going to stamp those out in some peacock ink, and we're going to be die cutting them with the coordinating dies. To make them even cuter, we're going to add some smiley faces onto them. So the stamp set has some smiley faces, and it also has some little rosy cheeks. And we're going to stamp out those rosy cheeks in some ballet slippers ink, and they look just so adorable. Then we're going to take these clouds and use them to decorate over the window. And I like them kind of overlapping the window a little bit because it kind of integrates the front of the box to the inside part of the scene. So you'll see once we add these clouds on there, it's that perfect finishing touch for this to just look absolutely adorable. Then we're going to take some Stickles glitter glue and just add it to the clouds just to give it a little extra sparkle and shine. And now our box is all done. It's so cute. It's going to fold flat, fit in a standard envelope with standard postage, and then when the recipient opens it out of the envelope, it's going to pop into this really cool 3D decoration that they can put on their desk or their mantle. You can write your message on the back, and you can see just how cute this is. I love these add-ons for the shadow box card because it really helps you decorate them in such a special way. So next up, we have some gorgeous cards by the design team. This card by Audrey is so cute. Our Critters Ever After stamp set is an oldie but a goodie and a perfect match for this rainbow add-on. This card by Elena is so sweet. She used the A Little Sparkle stamp set, and I love all of the clouds she added in all of those fairies. This card by Megan is so much fun. She's combined the Yay Kites and Butterfly Kisses characters, and she even created this really cool pull tab for an extra scene on the top, and I love how she decorated the outsides. Here, this card by Melissa is so cute. How adorable is that smiling star surrounded by those cute rainbows? And then here, Elise got really creative and she used that rainbow on a standard card instead of a shadow box card. And I love that you can use these pieces for both types of cards. So I can't wait to see what you guys do with this add-on, so make sure to share it with us. Thank you so much for watching today and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!